Eminem's versatility and Toby Flenderson's persistence capture the essence of ISTP. What if Putin's conviction that there is a misunderstood logical reason for his invasion, and Rue Bennett's routine mastermind, even under the influence? ISTPs love dangerous situations in careers because they can easily control them. Here's how. Number 5. Exclusive. A term you are used to whenever you hear about overpriced services or products. ISTP personality traits include their desire to do things by themselves and at their pace. When an idea is presented to an ISTP, they dismantle it and build it up entirely on logic. Every firefighter or racer can relate to this point. They like to manage their thoughts by themselves. Playing in teams is fun, but they will instead avoid the chit-chatting. Therefore, a dangerous operation where everything could go wrong and all hands must be on deck appeals to them. If you are not creative on your feet and solving problems at the moment, you should not be there with them to distract them with your emotional side, something they consider irrational and not direct or in tune with their critical thinking. For the ISTP, everyone must think like them and make worthwhile decisions at the moment. They abhor unnecessary deliberations and can be impatient and easily uninterested. Speaking of being quickly bored, the ISTP has a sensing function that fuels their curiosity. Moreover, they struggle to maintain cycles and repetitive structure, since they like to take each date as a unique opportunity to be resourceful. We will share more on this soon. Number 4. Persistent. ISTPs are exceptionally persistent in their search for fun and excitement. They are efficient and can make the best out of every situation. When they are bent on something, nothing stops them. For this point, we can put the spotlight on Toby Flenderson from The Office. In the words of Michael Scott, Toby is from HR, so he is not a part of our family. And he is also divorced, so he is not a part of his family. In fact, Toby was so persistent that he visited a convicted murderer he did not know who strangled him. On the other hand, he squeezed a coworker's thigh to be flirtatious in front of the entire office and then ran away from embarrassment. Still, his relationship at the office was hands-on, fixing problems and creating fairness. He did despite Michael Scott's constant disagreement. Number 3. Spontaneous. How about we do something spontaneous, like clicking the subscribe button and turning on post notification? Agreed? Okay. Now to the ISTP instinctive trait. In the face of ISTP strengths and weaknesses, one thing is clear: ISTPs enjoy new experiences. That is why they seek careers in firefighting, racing, and flying. They like other exciting and fast-paced hobbies like surfing, ice hockey, motorcycling, and skateboarding. One might consider these dangerous, but the ISTP finds it freeing. We already mentioned their interest in liberation. So when they are put in a box of routine activities, they underperform and are miserable at it. Then they find every opportunity to chase something new. Their transitions are often sensational and unannounced. In spite of this, ISTPs are very thorough with their next moves. Taking one day at a time is not an excuse to avoid due diligence. The moment they feel the first sting of withdrawal from one idea, they logically plot the next. We shall present more on that in a bit. Number 2. No long-term. One of the key ways to keep attracting dangerous runs is not committing to one thing. A rare personality trait. People within this bracket are used to being good at so many things. It is not surprising to find an ISTP who has done racing, flying, and firefighting in one lifetime. Do everything we have said so far, and these 3 hobbies remind you of someone. Share with us in the comments. Tom Cruise's iconic versatility is something to ponder. So is Eminem's pen game. Not committing to one style and constantly reinventing oneself means the possibilities are endless when attempting dangerous things. After all, he got us singing, "I'm not afraid to take a stand." Being non-committal means the freedom to experience new things each day. And with the right amount of curiosity, one can commit to more dangerous things and enjoy the thrill of it. Perhaps knowing that there is due diligence and they are protected. Number 1. Logical. What is an ISTP without logic? Vladimir Putin is invading Ukraine, because of his conviction that his actions are protecting Russians from a danger that Ukraine draws towards its borders. The danger? They are setting military camps closer to the borders and are involved in a possible NATO expansion exercise. Emotions should be considered if you deal with a situation where millions shall be misplaced or harmed. Yet the average ISTP believes in logic and practical solutions over empathic consideration. This keen interest in what is right or wrong beyond exploring the in-betweens can cause a hook on danger. Fortunately, ISTPs do not jump at anything that could harm them. Their explosive spontaneity comes after a logical verdict on an action. Additionally, they can fix it with their bare hands if anything goes wrong. For example, Rue Bennett of Euphoria fame was a drug addict but refused to do morphine through injection despite a severe withdrawal. She eventually gave in after analyzing the pros and cons of the withdrawal symptom. Further, what happened when she felt too reliant on the drug dealer? She escaped through a window to avoid her debt and more injections. That right there is ISTP behavior. For more on other MBTI types, you can check out our channel, including the next video on how Angela Merkel managed to always be logical. ENTJs and logic.